Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Ollie, and we're here today with Dark Naya. This deck just updated to the SCG Open in DC. This is pretty much just a Naya deck that splashes black for Undying Evil, Rakdos Return, and Frecknoth Aristocrat. It also can play some other sideboard options. But it's pretty much just a Naya deck that splashes black for some of the better cards in Standard. The plan of this deck is to obviously just ramp up with Pilgrim, Farseek, and just cast your threats like Thragtusk, Huntmaster, Reckoner, Thundermaw, all these creatures. It's not too much different than the normal mid-range decks, except that it has a lot more haste creatures, so it makes it better against control decks. Obviously, Undying Evil is a nice way to dodge Supreme Verdict on like your Thragtusk or a Huntmaster. So those are good main deck. They're also good main deck when you block with your Thragtusk or a creature. We have two Mortars, which is the go-to removal spell in the mid-range decks. So you can't play like Wrath Effect or anything because you want to just Plague Wind them. And then we have a Singleton Bonfire. Instead of two Searing Spears, I just made one Bonfire because some of the best decks right now are the mid-range decks. So I feel like Bonfire is a very, very good card against those decks. The lands are pretty generic. You have like your staple lands and a couple black sources. Then you have two Wolf Runs. Instead, I think Wolf Run is the better land right now, better than Vault, just because it lets you push through. It lets you guys push through. It's also very good against control decks too. So it's good against all the decks. So I like Wolf Run in this deck. Nothing too special here. It's just a basic Naya ramp deck with splashing black, but it seems fun. So this is the deck, and let's go to the sideboard. All right. Now we'll go off the sideboard. We have Oblivion Rings for troublesome cards like Planeswalkers or Enchantments and Artifacts, or just it's also good against like aggro decks, just to lower your curve and remove some creatures. Boros Charm here is mainly for control decks with Wrath, because it obviously stops that. But it's also good against their Planeswalkers, like if they're control deck with Garruk, if they're control deck with Liliana, or any kind of control deck, you can dome them to kill a Planeswalker, or you can just get the last point of damage with Boros Charm, or you can even give your Aurelia double strike, deal a lot more damage. The top 8 deck ran healers over here instead of smiters, but I think smiters are better against the aggro decks, so I've went ahead and made that change. A 4/4 body is just so much better than a 3/3, and I feel like he gains you way more life than healer would in the long run anyways. So we've done that. He's mainly for the hyper-aggressive decks like Naya Blitz or Regular Aggro or Jund Aggro. He's also decent against control decks too. Instead of a Boros Reckoner, you can bring this guy in instead. We also have the last 3 Bonfires. Again, I think mid-range is a big deck right now. Just like mid-range Thragtusk decks are really getting bigger, along with the elf decks. Like they play like 8 elves or whatever, or 4 elves and creatures. So I think Bonfire is really good against them, and that's what this is for. Pillar Flame is it's good against the Naya Blitz or any aggressive deck or zombies. Just a nice way to slow them down so you can get to your end game or mid game. And again, we have Rest in Peace, but I went ahead and added another one. The top 8 list, or Richard only ran 2 of them. I want 3 because the biggest decks right now are the rights decks. They keep getting more and more popular. So I want 3 in all my mid-range decks. I want like at least 3 Rest in Peace. But this is the basic sideboard. It's nothing too fancy here, nothing too spicy, but it does work. So now we're going to play against Kenny Caster's Esper Solar Flare deck. Hopefully we win. All right, guys, see you there.